But I get calls every week from people saying, can we put pickleball lines on the tennis courts where they live, particularly in North Carolina. There's a lot of older people up there. But, and as soon as I say, you need to check with the league coordinator or the rec department, a lot of them just hang up. They don't even say bye, because they've already done that. They're just trying to find a way. It is the fastest growing activity for 60 and over people in our country right now, by far. I played it, not because I'm that age. My knees are bad. It's, well, let me tell you what I saw. I saw a couple my age probably, a husband and wife, playing with their son who's in his 30s, his very athletic looking wife in her 30s, playing each other. And the game was, and I don't even understand the score. There is this area at the net that's called the kitchen, lined off. If you go in there, you lose a point. The only time you can go in the kitchen is if you hit a ball in there and I gotta go in to get it. So it kept their son, who's 6'3", off the net. He couldn't stand up there. The ball is a wiffle ball. It's the same ball we played with when we were kids. That ball you threw as hard as you could peg your brother in the back of the head, it hurt. But otherwise, when it got to you, it slowed down, and you hit it with that plastic bat, and you could crack it. It's the same ball. So it does the same thing when they play with it. Their paddles look like the ones you used to play with at the beach. You know, those, yeah, and that they were plywood, you know? These things are composite. The good ones are $75 or more. They don't vibrate, even if you hit it on the edge. So this older couple played with their son and daughter. The game was totally compatible. The young guy would slam one from the back. By the time the ball got over here, it slowed down, bounced, his mother hit it back. They were keeping 2 or 3 scores going. I really don't know. You know, I heard him say 2, 8, 12. So there were 3 scoring things going. So I'm watching them, and they finished, and he goes, "Hey, you want to hit some?" Oh, yeah. So I hit with them, and it's you know, when you play doubles, it's very little movement. I mean, you really don't have to run much at all to cover a ball. It comes over, but you do have to move. Your heart rate goes up, which means it's good for you. We've got 2 states. Well, Florida as a section has taken, and the size of that court is in between 36 and 60. That's about the size. So on a tennis court, they can go the same. They just want to overlay their lines on the tennis court. Have you seen any that have done that?
They're 45 on the way.
Yeah.
I've seen some parts.
Just a little bit bigger than service boxes.
A little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter than service boxes.
Yeah, it's shorter. It's shorter. Then you take out that kitchen area, and the area you cover is really small.
The kitchen's 7 feet.
Yeah. So, Florida has put together their program calling it Masters Tennis. They copyrighted it. That's what they're calling 60-foot tennis for adults on the 60-foot court using the orange ball. They're going full bore with it. North Carolina did a thing at the pro tournament. They're calling theirs Fireball? Fireball. I thought they named, there's a liquor up there called Fireball whiskey.
I think that's what it's intended, but
Yeah. Isn't there Fireball whiskey in North Carolina?
yeah.
There's one here too.
Yeah, the flame looks like the USTA logo, doesn't it? So they were calling it Fireball. They did it at the Winston-Salem tournament. They gave out shirts and little shot glasses. Oh my God, every adult who walked through the gate played it. So I think we gotta be proactive. And, and we have to do that. How many of your members, adults, that they really don't play anymore, and it could be an old injury or something else. I know in Florida, some of the old tournament guys that can't play anymore, and women, that's what they're playing. They're playing this Masters tennis, because they can't play full court tennis anymore. They're done. The knees or the hips or something else is so bad.
So what's the bill, is the USTA, do you think the USTA is going to try to support pickleball or Masters tennis more?
Oh, I think Masters without a doubt. They've been talking to the pickleball people for a year. I had suspected they were maybe trying to buy it.
Yeah.
And then maybe do like some countries, you can buy it and shut it down. It's not gonna be shut down, you know?
So
It is.
you're that master
the service
tenant,
boxes.
you got the problem of walking to the net and just.
That's right.
Right.
So I think we need to adapt our rules. Yeah.
Okay, you can put a kitchen on a 60-foot.
That's right. That's right. And I don't know that the orange ball is the best thing for the adults to play with. Maybe the green ball is better for the adults to play with on that 60-foot court.
Yeah.
You
Depending on
know?
their age.
And the equipment, you know, they need these paddles are good paddles. So we need to have good equipment. And I thought of some names for Mississippi, you know, since North Carolina has their own name. So, Delta tennis, you know, and then from the Delta, two of my favorite things are catfish tennis and tamale tennis. Everywhere I eat tamales in the South, they come from the Delta. I really didn't know that. I mean, in Chattanooga and in Athens, Georgia, at these places I eat at, and the tamales are great. And I said, y'all make these? They go, no, we get it from the Delta. Is that right? Really? Okay. So I thought you got names that would pop up there, but that's a good point though about, we're gonna have to change some rules if I wanna do that. But I think we're open. I think we wanna be more proactive than less on that, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I'll be around this weekend. I'm gonna run over to junior comp, but again, thanks for everything you do. Thanks for your input on that. We'll, certainly take it to heart, because we wanna do, you know, we wanna keep changing. I mean, obviously the same thing's not the best thing to do all the time. I mean, sometimes it is, but most of the time it's better to keep adapting, especially in this area with the, children and everything like that too, so. But thank y'all very much. Please remember on those nets and those balls, you know, Jeff, Kent, or Russell on those, and, anytime you got a question. Any of you interested in coaching at zonals or any of those other events? Those are, you know, with Todd, we do require membership in PPR or USPTA. And the primary thing there is the on-court liability insurance there. So we do require that. But we welcome any of you to come forth, and one of your former guys, Jim Ragsdale's been coaching at zones for us and things like that, doing it quite a bit. So, but thanks everybody. Thanks for the opportunity. Great to see everybody.